Hey, I'm Charlene Israel.
And I'm Ephraim Graham. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry arrives in Ukraine today, where tensions continue to escalate with Russia. There are growing fears the countries are on the brink of war, and Western countries are scrambling to convince Russia to back down.
Russia's on the wrong side of history on this.
Even in the face of comprehensive sanctions from the U.S. and other nations, Russia's military has tightened its grip on Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula, with an estimated 16,000 troops in the air, on the ground, and along the seas. That's 10,000 more than previous reports.
The country has plunged into chaos and anarchy.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin rules this area of eastern Ukraine now. And in a news conference today, he warned the West would also suffer damage from the sanctions and called them counterproductive and harmful. And he accused the West of supporting what he called an anti-constitutional coup in Ukraine. Putin says his troops don't want to use force and they're only there to protect ethnic Russians against violence. But many fear this stronghold is only the beginning. CBN's George Thomas is on the ground in the country.
I firmly believe that Russia's President Vladimir Putin has set his sights beyond just the Crimean Peninsula to the eastern regions of Ukraine. Clearly, thousands of Russian forces are in firm control of the Crimean Peninsula. But today, tens of thousands of pro-Russian demonstrators have taken to the streets of many key regions in the east.
The latest unrest unfolds as U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry makes his way to Ukraine in a show of support today, and with the promise of economic assistance. European foreign ministers meeting in Brussels are also sending a warning to Russia.
I hope very much that even at this stage, the government of Russia will see that it is in nobody's interests to continue to intervene in Ukraine's affairs.
Putin has ordered troops participating in military exercises in western Russia near the Ukraine border to return to their permanent bases. But there's still growing worry the people of Ukraine may try to stop Putin, touching off an even bigger conflict. And be sure to stay tuned to CBN News for more extensive reports from George Thomas on the events unfolding there in the region.